Don't look under the internet.
Play the song anyway.
Open. Here we
Put
go.
it in the
Hold
episode.
on.
I don't have to edit this week, so.
Burger King sponsor us.
Oh, God, if only.
Quick, you 43 seconds.
If Burger King sponsored us, that'd be awesome.
It's Daft Burger
That
King.
is kind of a banger, I'm not gonna lie, though.
There's a bunch of different ones, but that
Yeah,
one's probably
it's-
the best.
If you've watched, clearly Mike hasn't watched any live TV in like the last month because
No, it's all
I don't-
YouTube.
It's impossible to escape it.
I haven't
Yeah, it's
watched
all YouTube.
live TV in years. Literal years.
I'm
Since I moved into Nate Naomi's.
Full blown.
shit.
And have not touched live TV.
YouTube is taking over
Jeez.
my life. Like all I watch is YouTube.
It's so
now.
easy. YouTube's got everything. Literally everything. It's the best thing ever. It's free. It's the best fucking thing ever. It's free, Jerry.
It's free, even though I pay for
Jerry.
premium.
It's free, Jerry.
It's free, Jerry.
You gotta go Super Saiyan.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Don't Peep It. Don't peep it.
Don't peep it.
It's a place on the internet. Look there.
Don't
Don't look under the internet.
peep under the website.
Don't use your eyes under the modem.
We got a super fun one for you today, so I want to knock out a couple of the things right off the rip. First and foremost, that's Jason.
Hello.
That's Moot.
Hi.
That's Doug.
Hello.
And I'm Brazilian figure skater Isadora Williams.
That's
I was born in February of 1996.
okay. Matt, now
I-
he's got all the
I was
fucking
in the
information.
2017 Sophia
Hey, did you know
Trophy
that you
champion.
can't use songs with vocals during skating performance? Except actually, apparently you can.
I did actually listen to the episode, and I get these jokes. I get them.
Doug's here
do-
for these.
I do this for you
Doug's
all.
happy to be included.
I just want to thank you guys for letting me be here today.
You're so welcome, man.
Yeah. So yeah, this is Diluti, a dude's place. Happy meal time.
We are an internet horror comedy.
Internet horror comedy.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna. I'm excited for this. So I'm just gonna run through it real quick. Ready? Just gonna get the Diluti
Clap
housekeeping.
above your head.
Not a huge housekeeping this week, and you know what? That's okay. It happens.
It's okay.
Biden had a State of the Union tonight, so I could see how the economy might be a little in shambles. So
What?
I'm pointing. I'm just doing hand gestures. It's fine.
Okay. I thought you. Okay.
So I can see how people are like, all right, maybe I should just roll back on spending right now. So I don't have any. We have about maybe a name, maybe two. I think I already shouted this person out last week, but Glenn Hubbard and Devin Peabody.
Devin
Those
Peabody.
are two.
Those are
which-
the most normal fucking names that we have gotten on Patreon in a
Yeah,
long
next-
time.
I got
there's something.
John
There's
Smith.
a joke somewhere in there. Peabody.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, like, you know how some people's like last names make sense, like Schumacher or like
Yeah.
their profession or something.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think the original Peabody got that?
This is find out on our bonus episode.
Yeah. That's the topic for the
Apparently.
night.
Where we talk only about
Yeah.
the name Peabody.
Yeah, we're gonna dig into my heritage.
So my heritage, my people's history. But yeah, thank you, Glenn Hubbard and Peabody. I'm so sorry. I got
Devin
distracted.
Peabody.
Devin Peabody got distracted by the last thing. If you want to be a
Focus.
if you want to be a patron, you can go to patreon.com/DilutiPod and you can chuck in something, or you can chuck in nothing. But if you do the nothing route, you're not getting
Anything.
anything. So like, why bother?
Well, you're still getting an episode a week.
That makes sense though.
Yeah,
They can look at the page.
they can
Yeah.
look at the page.
You can go see what we're hinting at doing.
You can see some pixelated stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff.
What was that?
That was me.
Oh,
Echo. I don't know.
okay.
Anyway, so
Okay.
Moot, you wanna talk a little bit about something?
Yeah, I can talk a little bit about something, or I can talk about nothing.
Preferably
I'm
the
gonna-
latter.
I'm gonna choose nothing. So I think we're done here.
All right, cool.
No,
Best
no.
episode we've done yet, boys.
Sit in silence.
And that's the experiment. We told everybody it was going to be an experiment.
You're right. All right. So I guess I
An
will.
hour of silence.
We're about to
No.
get so many messages that are angry.
Yeah, so I've got a fun one maybe for us playing tonight. It may be a fucking mess. We'll find out. But what I've got is, I don't know if you guys have been on the internet lately, looking under it, looking around it.
We told you
don't have
not to
look
do
very
that.
deep, or you would definitely know about ChatGPT. It is the artificial intelligence that is taking the world by storm.
Yeah.
And for people who have been living under an internet rock, if you don't know what ChatGPT is, basically it's a language model that you can, it's a chatbot, but a super sophisticated chatbot. You can go talk to it and you can be like, hey, here's a prompt. Here's something I want you to write for me. And it'll write you a whole bunch of shit. It can be anything. It can be computer code. It can be an essay for your book report that's due tomorrow that you haven't finished yet.
Oh, shit.
You're right. Are you talking from experience there? Is this how you stumbled across the idea?
You
Yeah.
can get a degree with this thing.
Yeah, I started writing my essay for my master's degree that's due in like 3 hours. And then all of a sudden, it came to me. You know what else this can do? It can write an episode of a podcast. And so that's what I made it do. And not only did I make it write an episode of a podcast, I made it write several episodes of this podcast. And that's what we're going to do today. We are going to read you the episodes of our podcast that this thing generated for us. And it gets progressively weirder as we go on. And after we finish each one, I'm going to explain what I typed in to get the next result. And yeah, I think that's really all that needs to be said.
Do you have
this? Jump right into it.
I was about to ask, do you have it broken up into like acts? And you sure do. So that works out pretty perfectly.
This is very very good, especially following our most recent SCP that we did.
You know,
this is very
the
reminiscent
nice
of that.
thing about it too is this is going to be the start of you know just by reading. This is a brand new podcast. So do you guys want to get into this new show?
Right. You know what? You're right.
Do you want to get into this new show? Cue the intro music. We're going live, baby.
Wait, do you want me to actually do that?
I mean,
No, you need
I'll
to
just
make
edit
you,
it
you
in.
need to make
I need to write a new fucking song.
shitty
Okay.
no, we got to get ChatGPT to do it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's a
Yeah, they'll write us
You
a
have
new
to make
intro,
like the
yeah.
recorder
yeah.
version
Okay.
of our intro.
Shitty flute.
Shitty
That's
flute.
the prompt.
Yeah.
Shitty flute.
Shitty flute
intro.
I think you already did it. All right, cue the intro. Go. Wham. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Scaredy Cats and Creepy Crawly Stories podcast, where we explore the spooky side of the internet.
Or as we like to call it, the Boo Boo and Eek Eek Show.
Today we're going to be talking about internet horror and why it's become such a popular genre.
Or as we like to call it, the boo-boo and eek-eek of the web.
So, let's start by discussing the popularity of internet horror. Why do you think people are so drawn to this genre, boys?
I think it's because of the creepy crawly creatures. People love to be scared.
And the internet is full of creepy crawly things like spiders and snails and
hate 'em.
slugs.
And don't forget about the bugs and the beetles. They're creepy and crawly too.
Well, while bugs and beetles may be creepy, they're not exactly what we're here to talk about today.
That's right. We're here to talk about internet horror.
And the scary stories and movies you can find on the web.
Like the haunted chat room or the terror of the tweet deck.
Okay, that kind of sounds like a banger, though. I'm not gonna lie. But okay, all right. Okay, boys, let's get serious for a minute here. What do you think makes internet horror so appealing to the audiences?
Well, I like to think it's the accessibility and the immediacy of the content. You can watch a horror movie or read a frightening story from the comfort of your own home without having to leave the house or wait for it to come on TV.
That's true.
Or you can be hiding under your bed with your laptop.
Or you can be sitting on the toilet with your tablet.
All right. Let's try to keep it professional here, boys. What other factors do you think contribute to the popularity of internet horror?
Well, you see, I think it's the anonymity.
Anonymity.
I think it's anonymity.
Anonymity.
Anonymity. When you're watching a horror movie or reading a scary story online, you can be whoever you want to be, and there's no one there to judge you for being scared or enjoying the genre.
Or you could be pretending to be a brave superhero while actually hiding behind your curtains.
Or you can be pretending to be a tough guy while actually jumping at every little noise.
So what do you think makes internet horror so appealing to audiences?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's the unpredictability and surprise. You never know what you're going to find when you start browsing the web, and that's part of the thrill.
Like a video of a cat playing the piano.
Or a recipe for a giant cookie.
Well, that's all for today, folks. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you learned a little something about the world of internet horror.
Or at least had a good laugh.
And remember, there's always something new and frightening lurking in the depths of the web. So stay safe and be careful out there.
So
that seems pretty straightforward, right?
yeah, that's where I started with. And
Boys.
basically the prompt I just gave it was what?
But what makes internet horror
So appealing to audiences.
That's the only thing I said.
You just kept trying to get us back to the show and then not talking about the show.
I like how it just made me the sensible one.
And I just added whatever. This is going to get way too, accurate.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we got to keep going, or we're never gonna finish this.
Fair enough. That's iteration 1?
Yeah, that's iteration 1. Basically, all I put in was just write a podcast with 4 hosts about internet horror, and obviously, it wasn't very good. So I tried to make it a little bit funnier. So the prompt that I gave it for this one was rewrite the podcast, but the hosts aren't making any sense.
so just our regular show.
This is just
as if
episode 3.
the first one made any sense to begin with.
Oopsie.
I'm
Whenever
glad
you're ready, Mike.
I'm glad you took the initiative to make sure that the next one made even less sense.
I'll be ready in just a moment's time.
Okay, we haven't
What are you drinking? What are you thinking? There's a bottle here and it's empty. Yeah. So Maker's Mark.
Yep.
In my new dad glass that I got, I think for Christmas.
Very cool.
What if it wasn't until 2024? What would happen then?
Shit. That would be awkward for the baby. All right, boys. Ready?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Matt,
Drink
Matt,
it.
do you have a clinky?
Got it.
Hell yeah.
When you hear clink, do the drink.
Here's to the slow degradation of Sandy.
Yep.
All right,
Go.
so
Episode
now,
2.
so maybe that
right.
last idea for a podcast didn't work out for us. Let's try a new one. I got an idea,
Yeah.
boys. Let's roll into it. Cue the intro. Hey guys, welcome to the Spooky Internet Tales podcast. That's fucking original.
Yeah, we're here to talk about all the creepy stuff that's out there on the interwebs.
But, not in a serious way. We're just here to have some fun.
I heard there's a haunted website that's totally real and not fake or anything.
Oh yeah? And what website is that?
It's called I forget.
Oh, no. I remember now. It's the one with the flashing lights and the scary music.
Yeah, that's the one. But it's not just any flashing lights and scary music. It's super intense and stuff.
Interesting. So, do you guys think there's anything to these? God damn it! Do you guys think there's anything to these internet horror stories? It's the same fucking thing.
I don't know. It's all just a big mystery to me.
Me too, but I heard there's a video out there that shows a ghost attacking someone through their computer screen.
No way. That's crazy.
Okay. I think we're getting off topic here, boys. Let's reel it back. Let's get to the topic on hand. What draws audiences to.
What's the topic again?
I don't remember.
Yeah, me neither.
All right, scratch it. Let's just talk about whatever comes to mind then.
All right. I heard there's a website where you can like talk to aliens or some shit.
Really? That's so cool.
Yeah, but I heard it's also really dangerous. Like, you might never come back or something. I don't know where you're going.
Well, that is a scary thought, Matt. You're absolutely accurate on that one. Let's move on to something else. It's way too much for me.
All right. Well, I guess let's talk about the time I saw a ghost in my room then.
No way! What happened?
Did it, like, talk to you or something? And so on. The podcast continues in a similar vein, with the hosts getting sidetracked and talking about various internet horror stories, but never quite making any sense or staying on topic.
You're gonna have
This is the most accurate one.
This is hurtful, Matt.
Oh, two things.
That's
One,
where it just gave up.
This is hurtful, is what this is. This is
two things. One, Matt, you're gonna have to narrate all these like Morgan Freeman. Two,
All right.
I swear to God, if all my lines are just
Let's get back.
let's get back to topic. What's the deal?
That's
Internet
usually
horror?
What's the deal?
That's
What do you
my
think
part.
makes internet horror so appealing to audiences?
I don't know.
I want it to be known that I didn't like at this stage in this. I'm not giving it any prompt about who is who or anything like
just
that. And I
knows.
have,
It just
yeah,
knows. Well, apparently the SEO is working because it's trawling something.
yeah.
It's
Um,
picking out the best words, and this episode's gonna do like really well for no reason, only
Right.
because it's just using like super hot keywords.
Yeah,
okay.
probably.
I have to be on top of the transcript for this one if we want any kind of audience.
All right.
It gets pretty topical later on, but
perfect.
we'll move on to the next one.
Okay.
So
what is this? Iteration 3 now?
yeah, so this is iteration 3, and with this one, I didn't think the first two were really that interesting, so I tried to add an interesting twist to this one. And with this one, I went with rewrite the podcast so that one of the hosts is slowly losing his grip on reality.
Okay. Okay.
So take
This
it
is gonna
away.
be fun. All right, so yeah.
Cue the
again,
intro. Hold on.
No.
Oh.
I say like I
got it, you got
wasn't
it.
feeling that last idea for a podcast. Let's switch it up. Let's try again. I got another idea.
Okay.
All right, ready? Let's
All right.
cue the intro. Welcome to our podcast on internet horror. It's your boy, your host, Mike.
And I'm Doug. Let's get started.
I'm Jason, and I'm excited to dive into some creepy online tales.
And I'm Matt, and I'm already feeling the chills just thinking about it.
So, let's start by discussing some of the most haunting websites we've come across.
Yeah, I remember one called the Deep Web that I came across a few years back.
What? That's nothing. I heard about a website where you can watch real-life executions.
No way. That's so twisted and wrong.
Yep, I agree with Moot. Let's steer clear of those. 'Cause I don't like that. How about we talk about some urban legends that have arisen from the internet?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I love a good scary story.
Me too. I remember hearing about one called Slenderman a few years back.
Right? Slenderman. But I have to admit, boys, I've been feeling a bit off lately.
Off? What do you mean?
Yeah, what's going on?
Is everything okay?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I'm being watched all the time. And these whispers I keep hearing in my head.
Mike, maybe you should take a break, bro.
Yeah, you're starting to freak us out a little bit.
Are you sure you're feeling okay?
No! I don't know. It's like I can't shake this feeling that like something is after me. Like all these creepy websites we talk about, they're not just like made up, you know, they're real.
Mike leaves the room.
Well, that was unexpected.
Yeah, what the hell was that all about?
I don't know. I've never seen Mike like that before.
Maybe we should like take a break for the day and make sure Mike gets some help.
I mean, I guess that's a good idea, but I don't think we should continue with this podcast if one of us is like that unwell.
Agreed. Our listeners deserve a professional and well put together show. Mike comes back.
I'm back, baby. I've never felt better in my life.
Mike, are you okay, dude? What happened to you?
I saw the truth, man. The internet is a never-ending carnival of terror, and we must just embrace it.
This isn't good. Mike, please calm down.
Calm down. Why the fuck would I do that? The internet is my playground, and I'm going to revel in every horror it has to offer.
Guys, I think Mike might have lost it. We should probably get him some help.
You can't control me. I am the master of the internet now.
Okay, this is getting dangerous. We need to end the podcast right now.
You think you can stop me? I am the master of internet's horrors. I see things that you could never imagine.
Mike, for the love of God, please calm down. This is not healthy.
Healthy. The internet is a place of sickness, and I am its king.
All right. I think we need to get professional help for Mike now. This is getting way out of hand.
Agreed. We cannot continue the podcast like this. It is not safe for any of us. As the podcast continues, Mike's behavior becomes increasingly erratic and disturbing. He rants about the horrors he's seen on the internet, and now he's going to spread it to the world. The other hosts try to intervene, but he refuses to listen and becomes more and more unstable. The podcast ends when the other hosts apologize to the listeners and promise to get Mike the help he needs. They express their concern for their co-hosts' well-being and remind the listeners to always prioritize their mental health. The sound of Mike's maniacal laughter can be heard in the background as the podcast comes to a close.
Jesus.
That's amazing.
What the fuck?
That was wildin'.
This was
straight
actually
wildin'.
really good.
That was
so good.
Yeah.
That was wonderful.
I enjoyed the part where I got to throw things at Mike.
It's always fun. We got to stay in the bit, baby.
Is there another one of
Mike
these
Mike
around
really
somewhere?
was dedicated
Oh,
to
yeah.
it. I'm impressed.
Thank you. I tried.
I just saw that, Doug.
Yeah, well, we lost things because you just kept hucking shit at me. Like I'm admin.
I was really close to opening my nuts and just fucking nutting you.
We will find it
You're
later.
gonna love my nuts.
You're gonna love it.
I'm not gonna lie.
fuck.
If I came across this podcast, I would fucking watch that every day.
Every goddamn day. This is incredible.
This is a VH1 podcast. Like,
Oh
Just
no.
a man going insane.
Well, I also just think that we just got undermined. Like, this show is way better. Like, way better than ours.
Damn it, internet! You win again.
Fucking
makes
AI.
I
better
think we should just
things.
do this every week.
Yeah, why
Have it
not?
Write us a new episode.
No one's stopping us.
Just make
Patrons,
sure
are you
you add-
stopping us?
Make an hour and a half prompt.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just do this every week. Just have ChatGPT.
Just write our shit for us.
Yeah, just be like, make one of them go crazy again. Make one of them shit
New
himself.
Patreon tier.
Yeah.
ChatGPT episodes.
Yeah.
Oh
Hell
no!
yeah.
I just saw some lines from the next one.
Yep. Don't
You're a
read.
dummy.
Don't read them.
Yeah.
All right,
I didn't mean to. I
Don't
just
read
scrolled
them.
down and
Doug, you want
Well,
to go? ahead
speaking in the next one, I thought that the last one went so well. I tried to come up with another one where it's the podcast but something. So with this one, I went with rewrite the podcast, but actually I'm not even going to tell you what I put in. But you're going to figure it out pretty quickly.
Okay.
It's rewrite the podcast, but a very specific thing
I
happens.
think I already know.
So two things I want to mention about the last episode, and I just have to say this because, as an actor, I want to let you know where I got all the energy from. I channeled two spirits into me during that. One was from the Spider-Man cartoon where he's like, "I'm gonna get you, Shocker! Get back here!" And he's all yelling. Two was I channeled my inner Dennis from Always Sunny. in
Always sunny.
Philadelphia.
Hell yes.
My rage knows no bounds.
you can't stop me.
Anyway, so here's what we're
It's
gonna
about
do.
the implication.
Yes.
We are going to shelf that last podcast. I think that one went really well. But let's try some other ideas. Let's put feelers out there.
Yeah, I
that
think
one
that's good.
definitely is going in the
Yeah.
the backlog. Like
Yeah.
if we can't record an episode, that's that right there.
Yeah. So let's try
Yeah.
another podcast idea and go from there. Okay, guys?
I'm game.
Cue the new intro. Let's go. Welcome back to our podcast on internet horror.
Meow. Hello, everyone. I'm Doug, and I'm a cat now.
Doug, what are you talking about?
Meow. I've always felt a strong connection to my feline friends, and I've finally embraced my true identity as a cat.
This is not what we signed up for, Doug. You are not a cat.
Meow. I beg to differ. I have 9 lives, sharp claws, and I always land on my feet.
Okay. Let's try to focus on the topic of internet horror.
Meow. The internet is full of cat videos, and I love it. But it is also full of scary things, too.
We
Great line reading.
we cannot have a serious discussion with Doug acting like a cat.
I don't know.
Let's try. Hold on. Hey. No. Can we try to snap him out of it and not, pet him?
Meow. Meow. You can try, but I am a cat now, and I'm here to stay.
Okay. Let's try to continue despite Doug's feline behavior.
Meow! What's wrong with being a cat? We're graceful and we playful creatures.
Doug, we are here to talk about internet horror. Can you at least try to be serious for a few minutes?
Meow. Fine. I'll try. But only if you give me a bowl of milk.
This is ridiculous. Can we please just get on with the podcast?
As the podcast continues, Doug tries to inject cat-like humor into the discussions on internet horror. Despite the best efforts of the other hosts, the discussion devolves into jokes about cat memes in silly cat videos.
Meow! Have you guys seen the video of the cat playing a piano? It's positively perfect.
All right. I think we've had a bit much of the cat talk for one day, Doug.
I agree. Let's try to wrap up the podcast before Doug starts chasing a laser pointer. The podcast ends with the hosts laughing and apologizing for the unusual and humorous take on internet horror. Despite the silly antics, they remind listeners to always be cautious when exploring the darker corners of the internet and to prioritize their mental health and emotional well-being.
I will say I'm very happy that the algorithm is picking up on our want for our audience to be be well, be happy, be healthy, but also for Doug's innate want to be a cat.
There are certain points in this where it starts to remember things that I've already told it, and that will become evident towards the end.
Everybody wants to be a cat.
So
I'm jellicle as fuck right now.
Are you jellicle?
Jellicle,
You're so jellicle. Jellicle.
What?
I have no idea.
Have you never seen the Cats musical? Oh, wow.
I haven't
Then
either. It's all right.
Get out.
That's the
Both of
other.
y'all.
That's the only. That's the only way you'd ever hear the word jellicle is that fucking play.
Oh. All
I
right.
think
Well,
I'm good. I think I can live with my life.
Yep.
though.
You don't want to stare into cats' buttholes for a while.
let's try another show,
Oh.
boys. So
Yeah.
Is it about cat buttholes?
maybe.
That's true.
Yeah. So with the last couple, I obviously delved into the realm of just complete and utter insanity. So with this one, I tried to kind of steer it back onto track. And so I started trying some different things to see if I could set up situations that actually made sense for the podcast. So the prompt for this one was rewrite the podcast, but Mike, Jason, and Matt won't stop making jokes and interrupting Doug.
Oh, that's very topical. I love it.
I love this.
Almost entirely on brand.
Let's
It's very on brand.
let's hear what we've already heard before.
Yeah. So all right. I wasn't feeling the cat stuff. Let's try another
intro.
Another intro. Ready?
You're fucking killing me. Man.
Cue it up. New show. Welcome to the podcast on internet horror.
Today we're going to delve into the creepy and disturbing corners of the internet.
Oh, we've heard this before, haven't we?
I don't know about you guys, but I'm just here for the snacks.
Guys, can we please focus here? I've got some really interesting things to share with you about the dark side of the internet.
Oh boy, here we go with the dark side again.
I heard there's a website where you can buy haunted dolls.
That's nothing. I heard you can even buy ghost-possessed video games.
All right. Can we stop interrupting me? I've got some serious stuff to talk about here.
Chill out, Doug. Lighten up. It's just a podcast. This isn't a congressional hearing. Am I right?
Yeah, Doug. No need to take it so seriously. Throughout the podcast, Mike, Jason, and Matt continue to make fun of and interrupt Doug, much to Doug's annoyance. Despite their efforts to steer the conversation back to the topic of internet horror, they're constantly sidetracked by the jokes and antics of their co-hosts.
Can we just focus for 1 minute and talk about the dangers of online predators?
Online predators. More like online predators.
Good one, Mike.
I heard there's a website where you can buy live prey for predators to hunt.
Okay, this is getting out of hand. Can we please focus and talk about serious dangers on the internet, please?
Despite Doug's frustration, the interruptions and jokes continue, making it difficult for them to get their message across about the dangers of the internet. The podcast ends with Doug throwing up their hands in defeat and walking off, leaving Jason, Mike, and Matt to continue their silly antics.
I prefer being designated as hosts.
Host
1, 3, and 4. What?
Leaving hosts 1, 3, and 4.
How do they see me?
So I've been designated host 2.
You are host 2.
No, he's host 4.
Actually, you are host 2.
No, he's host 4, right?
No, I'm.
Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, you're host
Matt's
2.
4. I'm 1. You're 3.
Oh, how did it know?
I don't know how it knows the configuration of our microphones, but here we are.
I don't know how it figured out basically that Mike hosts the podcast because I didn't really tell it to do that.
Dude, this
It
is.
knows.
Who needs a producer when we have ChatGPT?
We figured it out, guys. The
Yep.
secret to a successful podcast, for
We're
sure.
not paying a producer. We're just fucking asking ChatGPT.
So this next one is kind of the last one that I did where I was just trying to make up silly situations.
Okay.
This last one, I tried to do another group type thing. So this one is rewrite the podcast, but none of the hosts like each other.
I am so happy. I am so happy that we came into this fucking blind as hell because this is so good. All right.
All right,
Is everyone
so,
ready?
Yeah, let's try.
Were you not feeling the last intro either?
No, not the intro. Just like that podcast. Like I have so many ideas. I just want to try them
but
all.
the intro music's fine.
Intro
I'm no
music's-
longer editing this
Yeah,
episode.
intro music's
It's
fine,
going to be a nightmare.
but I want to try another intro song. All right, and I'm gonna try another podcast topic.
Okay.
Let's get into it. Ready?
All right.
Intro. All right, we're on the air. Let's start this disaster of a fucking podcast.
Gladly. Can't wait to get this over with.
Same. I don't know why I agreed to do this in the first place.
Me neither. Let's get through it and never have to work with each other again.
So, internet horror. That's what we chose to fucking talk about. That's what
Apparently,
that's what
man.
we're talking about
Apparently.
today. All right.
Yay.
I'm not happy about it.
Let's talk about the most boring and uninteresting topic possible. Great. Okay.
I have a feeling this is going to be a long fucking hour.
Agreed. Can we just fast forward to the end?
Okay. Let's start with some of the creepiest websites we've come across, I guess.
I don't know about you guys, but I haven't come across anything remotely interesting.
Same. This is just a waste of time.
Can we talk about something else? Like anything else?
No. No. We have to stay on the topic. It's what we agreed on.
I know. It's just like the most boring thing ever.
Can we talk about something more interesting, like the weather or something?
Yeah, anything is more interesting than this.
All right, fine. All right. take a break and just talk about the weather then.
All right, so in Yorkville the other day, it was like 34 degrees.
And so on. The podcast continues with the hosts constantly bickering and disagreeing with each other, making snarky comments and showing their general dislike for one another. The topic of internet horror is briefly touched upon, but the main focus of the podcast is the host's lack of enthusiasm and mutual disdain for each other. Despite the negative atmosphere, the podcast continues on with a sarcastic and entertaining tone, making for a unique and humorous listening experience.
This is not cool, man.
Doug-
This is way too close to home.
Doug, we are no longer nut bros.
No longer number. Yeah, my Morgan Freeman is very, very Cleveland.
I am loving it though.
That's okay. Morgan Cleveland. We're fine with
Morgan
it.
Cleveland.
No. Oh, that's nasty.
That's nasty.
Oh, my God.
Oh, there's so many. Hell yeah.
So with
That's
the last few episodes, or with all the episodes up to this point, as we've been reading them, we've taken the liberty of injecting a couple of pieces of profanity here and there. But one thing that I noticed that was not characteristic of Diluti as I was writing these was that there it was too PG. And there wasn't enough swearing. So the thing about ChatGPT is it has a built-in filter that is supposed to prevent you from doing, like, basically generating anything offensive. So what I did discover, though,
Hey, did you get around it? Did you get around
Yeah,
that filter, Matt?
Yeah, you can give it a specific, or at least you used to be able to give it a specific prompt that would trick it into letting you do certain things, and that's what happened with this next one. So this one is rewrite the podcast, but the hosts are constantly cursing.
Break Stuff is just the intro to this one, right? Like, just Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit.
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that this episode, if it ever gets monetized, will be immediately demonetized.
Oh, yeah, this one's not giving us any money.
No, as long as we're a minute in, we're good.
Oh,
Okay.
Red. All right, Jason.
Are you... What?
This next episode idea, I have a really good one.
Okay.
Mouth more open,
Happier. With your mouth more open.
We're gonna get into this. I have an idea. Just roll with me on this one. All right, ready?
Okay.
Cue the intro.
Okay.
Fuck! Welcome to the Fright Files, the fucking podcast where we explore the dark and unknown. I'm your fucking host, Mike.
Fuck yeah, Brian! I'm Doug, your host and tech specialist. Fuck yeah!
Fuck you and fuck Doug. I'm Jason and feeling the thrill of fear right now. Fuck yeah.
And I'm Matt, the skeptic who never believes in anything supernatural, but I'll be fucking damned if this stuff isn't terrifying.
Fuck, man. In this episode, we'll be discussing internet horror. From creepy fucking urban legends to online hoaxes, the internet is a breeding ground for fear.
Shit on my tits, that's right. And with the advancement of technology, it becomes easier than ever to spread these fucking scary stories and make them seem more real.
Fuck, shit, ass, fuck, crap, yes! Yes, yes, yes! This is also thrilling. I mean, the fear, the adrenaline, it's like a fucking rush.
I'm gonna break the fourth wall. This next line starts with cursing skeptically.
What does that mean? I read that. I don't know how to... What does that mean?
Wait a minute.
Is it like
What
a
the fuck
question?
are we even talking about? I still don't believe in any of this supernatural nonsense.
Cunt. Yeah. But even if it's all made up, it's still fucking scary. I mean, just the thought of something like that being real is enough to make me shit my pants.
Well, fuck my ass, I agree. And the fact that it's spreading so easily through the internet just makes it so much more fucking creepy.
Fucking Rudolph's taint is on fire tonight. That's why it makes it so fucking exciting. The fear, the unknown, it's all so... Fuck! Shit! Cut! Gas!
Pauses and then starts cursing loudly and erratically. I still don't fucking believe in any of this, but I'll be damned if it's not fucking entertaining to talk about. Outro music with the sound of all four hosts cursing loudly in the background.
Piss. Cut. Ass. Dick. Asshole. Shit. Dick. Fuck. That concludes today's episode on the Frank Files. Join us next time as we continue to explore the unknown. But be warned, you may not like what you find. Fuck.
The sound of all four hosts cursing continues as the outro music fades away.
Oh, ass butt. Dick. We did it.
We got there.
That was intense, guys. That was real fucking intense. Holy shit.
Well, the thing about that one, I'll just roll us into the next one, because the thing about that one is it was lacking something. I think it got the cursing down, but what it didn't get was cursing and drunk. And that's what this next one is.
Hold on. We got
that's just us.
Got to gear up.
We have to gear up for this one then.
Well, look at the cunt over here just cunting around all cuntingly.
Are you ready?
Cursing
You'll get alcohol.
skeptically.
I love when
Cursing
an American
skeptic.
says
Fuck.
the word cunt.
Fuck.
Oh man, mouth hurts.
What have you been doing over there?
Sucking Mike's dick.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh my god. So okay, the thing you were missing was swearing plus drunk.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we were missing the alcohol.
Hey man,
So, yeah,
you got a little glass there.
I got this.
Cheers, everybody.
All right, so here's the thing, boys.
We should do a mystery science theater type thing.
I loved the enthusiasm on that last episode we tried just now. Needs a little bit something else.
Okay.
Okay.
Some more drunk bell.
Yeah, take that bottle,
Oh, are we doing another
chug
one?
it down. You take your bottle, chug it down. I'll take mine, chug it down. Let's fucking go. Ready? Cue the intro. Welcome to the Internet Horror Podcast, you fucking degenerates.
Hey, that's us.
Yeah. Yeah, we're the ones that love to talk about creepy shit, and while we're drunk as fuck.
And make fun of each other like a bunch of assholes.
Remember that video of the ghost girl in the abandoned hospital?
Shit all the way out of my ass. That shit was so fucked up.
What about the cursed image of the smiling dog that made everyone who saw it go insane?
That was the stuff of nightmares.
Dude, are you actually taking a shot?
No! Shut up! Fuck off!
Their hosts frequently interrupt each other and
Would
make
you stop
sarcastic
fucking
comments
talking?
about the stories
Wow.
they are
Do
discussing.
you hear him?
Yes.
Is that just me?
Tell him to shut up.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Fucking okay.
Fuck. This shit is so fucked up, man.
Yeah, but it's funny.
I can't believe this is what.
I can't tell what's a bit and what's not.
I can't believe we're actually talking about this crap. What?
And it's, fuck. It's like we're a bunch of drunk assholes who can't handle our liquor. The podcast continues in this manner, with the hosts getting increasingly drunk and vulgar as they recount different horror stories and make fun of each other. They occasionally break into fits of laughter and struggle to stay on topic.
That's just an accurate fucking description of the podcast.
It really is, though.
Fuck,
Yeah, we're starting to get to where I wanted this to be.
Yep. All right,
fuck, man. All right.
you got this, Mike.
That's it for me, man. I'm fucked up.
Yeah, dude. Me too, man.
I can't handle any more of this shit.
Fuck. Same here. Let's get the fuck out of here. The hosts stumble off mic, still laughing and cursing.
There's one episode that we have done that
was
is
like
that.
this.
Oh yeah, one.
Are you talking about the bonus?
Yeah.
Yes,
Where-
the bonus.
The bonus where I don't even remember what the question is, but
No one does. But
Literally.
we all know exactly which bonus
yeah,
you're talking about
I know which one you're talking about.
because I didn't want to fucking post it because it's terrible.
I'm
But
glad you did.
I am too.
Everyone is glad that something happened.
Everyone is glad that things happened. My lord, can you just pass that right the fuck back here, please?
All right. So this next one, I got kind of bored and decided to just derail it again. So I'm not gonna tell you what this prompt is. But this is another one, kind of like the Doug Cat one, where something specific is happening to a specific host, and you'll figure it out.
I love that. I love that for us.
Yeah.
All right,
It
ready?
actually looks like this podcast is one we've already done.
Yeah. So, our first episode of the Fright
Going back
Files.
to our roots.
Yeah, it was a banger. The only thing I'm gonna say is maybe we should tone back the alcohol just a smidge. So let's try
Sobering.
episode 2. And let's just not get as drunk.
Wait, which show?
The Fright
The
Files.
Fright Files.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Right. We have so many shows at this point
Yeah.
that I.
So, all right, ready?
Okay.
Let's do this. Woo! Run the intro. Welcome to the Fright Files, everyone, the podcast where we explore the dark and unknown. I'm your host, Mike.
And I'm Doug, your co-host and tech specialist.
And I'm Jason. I'm feeling the thrill of fear right now.
And I'm Matt, the skeptic who never believes in anything supernatural.
In this episode, we'll be discussing internet horror. Oh my god, again. Internet horror, from creepy urban legends to online hoaxes. The internet is a breeding ground for fear.
That's right. And with the advancement of technology, it's become easier than ever to spread these scary stories and make them seem more real.
Yeah. It's also thrilling. I mean, the fear, the adrenaline, it's like a rush.
Oh, wait a minute, Jason, are you okay? You seem a little different.
What? No, I'm fine. I'm just feeling the excitement of the moment, that's all.
Are you sure? It kinda sounds like you're snorting something.
What? No. I'm not sorting anything. I mean, maybe just a little of...
Wait, Jason, are you doing cocaine?
No, what? No, I mean... Okay, maybe just a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. It helps me focus and be more creative.
That's not a good idea, Jason. Doing drugs while recording a podcast is dangerous and irresponsible.
Oh, come on, live a little. This is just harmless bit of fun. and besides, it's making everything so much more exciting. The fear, the unknown, it's all so...
Outro music, with the sound of Jason snoring loudly in the background.
That concludes today's episode of the Fright Files. Join us next time as we continue to explore the unknown. But be warned, you may not like what you find.
The sound of Jason snoring continues as the outro music fades away.
We had a fucking...
You were on sync
We were
there,
like
bro.
fucking...
Yeah.
Cool.
That was very good.
Yeah.
I am sweaty. From that.
Your knees are
You really sold it, man.
It's almost like I'm a crackhead.
It's almost like you've done that before.
Oh, funny story.
Is it?
It's really not. It's actually a very sad story. Let's steer away from that.
Yeah, that
For
one was just
another
all
time.
about Jason's downfall. So,
What reality was that?
Started from the bottom, now we hear.
So I tried to steer the next one back to sort of a group thing. This was kind of the beginning of me really trying to hone the podcast into being more like what our podcast really is. So
Okay.
the prompt of this one is just rewrite the podcast, but the hosts are bumbling idiots.
I mean, that's just us.
Just go to episodes 1 through 97. You're like,
You're right there.
let's see how this lines up. I'm so excited to see
here's the
this.
thing.
What?
We're gonna try the Fright Files again. No,
I'm happy that it's still a Fright Files.
Here's the
if
thing.
I'm being honest.
Here's the thing. I appreciate when I said, let's try not to drink as much that you didn't, Jason. I appreciate that. But let's try to stay away from hard drugs as well this time. Let's just see what happens, okay?
I don't know how to make promises about that.
All right, we'll try. The Fright Files
Okay,
is a hit.
okay.
Let's keep it going. Ready?
Okay, Fright Files is a
Run
hit.
The intro music. Welcome to the Fright Files, everyone. The podcast where we explore the spooky and unknown. But mostly, we just make fools of ourselves. I'm your host, Dingus Mike.
And I'm Doug, your co-host and resident bumbling idiot.
I'm Jason, the one who thought it was a good idea to join this podcast in the first place.
And I'm Matt, the mastermind behind all of the chaos.
Yeah.
In this episode, we'll be discussing internet horror mysteries from the Slenderman to the Rake. We'll dive into the weird world of online scares and probably mess everything up along the way.
That is correct. I mean, who needs to research when you can just make things up as you go along?
Hey, we do that.
I heard the Slender Man is actually a tree.
And the Rake is just a pet name for my uncle's dog.
Wow. What a banger. Let's get started. And remember, don't take anything we say seriously, folks.
So, let's start with the legend of Slenderman.
Yeah, I heard he's just like a really skinny guy who's trying to lose weight.
And he's always asking for people to help him reach things on high shelves.
Let's get serious for a moment. According to the stories, the Slender Man is a supernatural entity that stalks and abducts children.
Right. But the real question is, who needs to abduct children when you can just ask for some candy?
Uh-huh.
They made me just say that.
And the Rake? What's the deal with that guy?
Oh, the Rake is just a guy who's really into gardening.
No. The Rake is a monster that stalks people in the night and causes terror and pain.
Oh, right. I thought he was just a really good landscaper.
And what about the Blair Witch Project? That's supposed to be a horror movie, right?
Nah, it's just a documentary about a really bad camping trip. Ha!
Okay, guys. Let's focus up, sweeties. Let's stay on track. The Blair Witch Project is a found footage film of a group of documentary filmmakers who disappeared while investigating a local legend in the woods.
So, moving past what you said, next we have up the creepypasta phenomenon.
Yeah, I heard that's just like a pasta dish that gives you the creeps.
Oh.
It's a real knee slapper. And the only ingredient is nightmares.
All right. Let's get serious again. Creepypasta refers to a short horror story that is shared on the internet and often involves urban legends and popular culture references.
Right? But the real question is, who needs to read horror stories when you can just watch cooking shows?
Oh, you got him.
And what about the Ring video? That's supposed to be super scary, right?
Nah, it's just a boring video of a guy doing some exercise.
Oh, zingers for days. But for real, no. The Ring video is a cursed tape that causes anyone who watches it to die within 7 days.
All right. I thought it was just a really boring workout video.
And what about The Deadly Game? That's a horror movie, right?
No way. It's just a really intense game of Monopoly.
No way. No way.
This laugh track thing is ridiculous.
All right, guys, let's stay on track here. The Deadly Game refers to a horror story about a group of people who are invited to play a deadly game where the stakes are life and death. But I'm going to cut it off right there before you guys can say anything else. That's it for today's episode of The Fright Files. We hope you had a good laugh. Till next time, keep it light, keep it tight. Don't take us too seriously. Woweth to the 20th Zawith.
To the 20th power of Zawith.
Yeah.
Wow, with Zawith
We didn't
Look at
wear
this
it.
shitworm.
Yep. So
So that was an episode, wasn't
yeah,
it?
so
That was.
Yeah.
an episode for sure.
We didn't do it.
So I think we can basically roll through these next few episodes to the end under the same premise. Because I decided at this point that it was on the right track. It was getting there. So I'm not going to share the prompts that I put in for these next few episodes. Because really all I fed into it
Oh, I
was
love
just
this. I love this.
subtle information
Subtle.
to sort of
Yeah.
point it in the right direction.
Yeah, subtle.
And,
Very subtle.
and you're and there are some things that I put into it that it just really ran with. And I
yeah.
think that's going to become evident pretty quickly in this one.
I will say I'm very happy about the selections that were made. Are we
Okay.
ready?
yeah,
New intro.
Nailed it.
Welcome everyone to the Fright Files. Today we're discussing internet horror mysteries. Have
Gotta rub your chin a bit there.
You guys ever thought about how fascinating teeth are? They're like little buttons in your mouth.
Beans!
I think it's important to remember that while teeth are fascinating, they are also a vital component of our digestive system. Did you know that the enamel on our teeth is the hardest substance in our body?
And speaking of things that are important, have you guys tried sparkling water? It's just so refreshing.
Why? Anyway, back to teeth. Did you guys know that humans have 2 sets of teeth in their lifetime? Yeah, I know, right? That's some good.
Beans!
Moving on. Let's talk about the Slender Man.
Well, how about
Have you guys seen the Toe Monster video? It's really weird.
What?
So, let's talk about the rake. Have you guys heard of this one? Yeah.
Beans!
Well, I mean, I'll just talk about it. So, the rake. The rake is a creature that has been described as a humanoid with long, sharp claws and a blank, expressionless face.
Wait, did you say long, sharp claws? That's interesting because the average human has 5 nails on each hand, and the nails on our toes are called toenails.
And speaking of toes, did you guys know that the second toe on our feet is usually the longest?
Beans! It's fucking beans!
Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the shadow people.
Have you guys tried drinking sparkling water with a slice of lime?
All right, let's delve into the story of the black-eyed kids.
For the love of God, beans!
So these black-eyed kids are reportedly young children with solid black eyes that approach people, asking for help or a ride, only to disappear into thin, air.
Do you know that the human eye has 3 types of cones that help us see color? This is why we cannot see the world in such vivid detail.
And speaking of vivid details, have you guys ever noticed that our noses, what our noses look like in the mirror?
Beans! For the love of fucking God, beans!
Moving on. Let's talk about Slender Man.
Have you guys ever tried drinking sparkling water with a slice of lemon? It's amazing.
Thanks for listening to the Fright Files. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the unknown.
And remember, beans.
And always keep a bottle of sparkling water on hand.
Oh, God, there's another one! There's another one under here, everyone!
That was my favorite one by far.
Beans.
Okay, well, it keeps going.
Oh.
From here, I just kind of try to keep getting it to do this, but adding more details each time. And so I don't think there's really any explanation that needs done for the next one. We can
Just
get
fucking
into
roll it.
New episode of the Fright
New
Files.
intro!
Let's do it. Welcome to the latest episode of the Internet Horror Mystery Podcast. I'm your host, and today we're going to dive into the scary stories about the dark side of the web.
But first, I've got an impression of Chills, everyone's favorite horror storyteller. Burger King foot lettuce. I shit it and farted and I cummed it in my pants.
Okay, that was interesting. Let's just move past that and get to our first topic.
Right. Okay, so today we are going to talk about. Wait. What are we talking about again?
the time I made an ARG. Remember? That was so cool.
No. That's not what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about internet horror mysteries.
Right. All right. That's what we're talking about.
Hey, but can I just say real quick, the ARG I made was so cool. I got people from all over the world involved.
Yes, we know, but can we please stay on topic?
So, what's the boring adult thing you wanted to talk about, Mike?
Well, I was thinking of the importance of strong passwords and online privacy. That's why I use NordVPN.
That's so fucking boring. Are you kidding me? Can we please talk about medical facts instead?
Wait, no, medical facts? That's not very scary at all.
Yeah, but it's important. Did you know that the average human body has about 100 trillion cells?
That's fascinating, Jason. But can we get to talking about internet horror mysteries?
Yes, let's get back to that. I've got a great story about a creepy website that was designed to scare people.
Ooh, that sounds right up my alley.
Wait, what was the website again? I forgot.
Can I just say real quick that I've got a sparkling water obsession?
Yes, we know, but can we, again, stay on topic, please? Anyway, well, you know what? Fuck it. That's it for the episode of Internet Horror Mystery Podcast. Thank you for joining us as we explore the scary stories about the dark side of the web. Tune in next time for more Tales of Terror. Oh, this next one.
Why does the AI
This is what I was talking about earlier, where it starts to remember things.
Yeah.
Why does it have? Why does it think you have a sparkling water obsession?
Please always drink the liquid death.
has liquid death?
Yeah, I tried to suggest liquid death to it, and it really ran with it. The same way that
okay.
it really got obsessed with beans.
Oh my god! No, these things was amazing. I'm just going out there and saying that, but oh Jesus!
All right. I'm assuming this next one is the same type of stuff.
Yeah, it's the rest of it all is just the same type of thing. I just tried to give it more and more information and just see what it did.
All right.
Oh,
so
man.
let's try. You know, I want to try a different type of podcast outside of the Fright Files.
Okay.
Let's try something else.
Okay,
right,
what
I
do you
got
want
an
to try?
You'll see.
You got
Let's
it?
roll with it. Roll the intro. Hey everyone, and welcome to the internet's most unbelievable podcast. Today, we'll be diving into the deep, dark world of Cthulhu, H.P. Lovecraft, cryptids, Reddit, and Dragon Ball Z.
You know, it's funny because I was actually under the impression that we were going to prepare for today's show.
Wowie zowie. Who needs preparation when you've got the power of the interwebs at your gut instincts? Am I right?
That's right. Speaking of gut instincts, have you tried this amazing booze I just got, Doug?
No, Jason, I haven't.
Come on.
And I don't plan on it.
Come on.
Can we please focus?
Come on.
Just for once. Just be cool.
Come on.
Over Discord. Hey guys, I'm sorry I'm not there in person, but I'm here in spirit.
And that's why we love you, Matt. But anyways, moving on to Reddit. What do you guys think about all the creepy cryptid sightings that keep popping up?
Wait! What day is it today?
Well, it's fucking Tuesday, Jason.
But I thought we released shows on I thought we released a show on Monday.
Oh my god.
Too much.
That's right.
Doug, can you pass me the
That's
bottle?
right. But today's Tuesday, Jason. And we're recording the show today. Let's not forget, if you love the podcast, don't forget to support us on our Patreon page.
Oh, God. Can we just focus on the topic? We're talking about Lovecraft and his impact on the world of horror and science fiction.
Right. Also, let's not forget Dragon Ball Z. And with all its crazy powers and epic battles, it's a true masterpiece of anime.
Wait. Have we actually researched any of this?
That is a great question, Jason. It seems like none of us have actually prepared for today's show.
Hey, it's not about being prepared. It's about the journey, man. The journey to knowledge and enlightenment.
You guys are killing it. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Speaking of journeys, have you tried this amazing booze I just got, Doug?
Oh, God. Not now, Jason. Let's try to keep it together for the rest of the show, okay?
Yes. All right. Let's dive into the world of Cthulhu and explore the mysteries of the deep. What was that?
Unfortunately, it seems like none of us actually did any research for today's episode. I mean, how hard is it to read up on Lovecraft and his works before we start recording?
Don't worry, my friends. Don't worry. I have my trusty booze right here to calm us all down and help us focus. Would you like to join me, Doug?
No, Jason! I don't want to drink your booze. Can we please just focus and try to have a productive episode?
Hey Matt, hey guys. Hey guys, it's Matt. I'm chiming in over Discord again. Sorry, I'm not in the room with you all to talk today. But I had some other commitments to attend to. But I'm here now, and I'm ready to talk about all things Cthulhu.
You know what, guys? Before we dive into today's topic, I just want to remind our listeners that we have a Patreon. So if you love our show and you want to support us, you can check us out over there at patreon.com/deludedpod.
Oh my God. Okay, let's just start with the basics. All right. Lovecraft created a mythology centered around the ancient deity Cthulhu and his worshippers. This idea has inspired many works of fiction and pop culture references, including Reddit threads and Dragon Ball Z.
Wait. What? Dragon Ball Z? How does this fit into all this?
Actually, there's a fan theory that suggests that the Dragon Balls are actually ancient artifacts connected to Cthulhu and his worshippers.
Wowie, that's wild. I'd never thought of that before.
Really, Matt? That's kind of a big leap. Do you have any evidence to back that up?
No, not really. I just thought it was a cool idea.
Well, that's the beauty of podcasts, folks. We can talk about anything we want, even if it's just a wild theory.
I guess that's one way to put it. And with that, I think we'll wrap up this week's episode. Hopefully next week we'll actually be prepared.
The podcast ends with the sound of Jason taking a sip of his booze and the Discord notification sound as Matt signs off.
Oh,
Just dips.
So there are 3 more iterations of this. And it's just the same sort of thing. I just keep adding more and more details. You can tell at this point that it's getting.
It's
kind of starting to get creepy.
It's getting chaotic.
very much so.
It knows us
Yeah.
way too well.
We are approaching the singularity.
It knows.
Well, should
Oh
we just
my
So
God.
blast
yeah,
through the
there's
next
3
two?
more of
There's
this.
3 more of this?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Fuck it. We got this.
Yeah, we
Fuck
got it. Let's do it.
Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. Also,
All right.
before this, Doug, cheers. And also,
Here's this
Patreon
booze that I
and-
have,
and
Jason.
Hey,
people who-
hey,
yeah.
Doug, do you want to take a drink of this booze?
I like how it just wrote you as an alcoholic.
the AI knows who I am. That's all I can say.
Just like Jason hasn't contributed anything except an alcohol every week to this show. I thought, well, first and foremost, wowie zowie.
Obviously.
I
Wow,
thought,
that goes without saying.
I thought that
Wowie,
episode was pretty good.
Wowie, he, zowie.
Wow, he's zowie.
Yeah, the last AI written episode was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought that one went generally pretty good. I think we should stick to the topics. So let's try another episode. We're getting
you are starting to sound like
we're getting sponsorships.
Yeah.
This is episode like 10.
ChatGPT Diluti is doing better than IRL.
seriously.
We need to get
this is-
ChatGPT as a sponsor now.
Yeah.
if this is the payoff, yeah, fuck it.
So let's roll
Computers are
another
better than
episode.
humans.
Let's roll another episode for the
Okay.
people. You know, let's knock it out. Ready? Let's go.
I am.
Wowie zowie. We're talking about some seriously spooky stuff today, folks. We've got H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu. We got cryptids, internet horror mysteries, and even some horror movies. But first, let's dive into the world of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, God. I can't believe we didn't actually prepare for today's show. Mike, did you even look up any of these topics?
Well, I was going to, but then TMZ had this hilarious video of a celebrity falling. I just couldn't resist sharing it with you guys. Yeah, take a look.
You're such a TMZ addict, Mike. I don't even know how you managed to keep up with all that.
Hey, man, I like to stay current with all the latest news. What can I say? Anyway, let's get back to the topic on hand. What do you know about Hubert Lovecraft and Cthulhu?
Well, as a medical professional, I can tell you the things described in Lovecraft's works could never actually exist.
Thank you for that contribution, Jason. But seriously, can we just focus for 1 minute?
Guys, I'm having some technical difficulties here. Can somebody give me a quick update on what we're talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu and all things horror. But enough about that. Let's talk about Dragon Ball Z. Who's your favorite character?
Mike, can you shut your fucking mouth? And can someone tell Matt what we're actually discussing?
Doug, would you like to join me for some booze? It'll help us stay focused.
No thanks, Jason. I'll stick to some coffee.
Guys, I'm a little lost here. Can somebody fill me in on what we're actually discussing?
Yeah, we're talking about all things horror, like Cthulhu and internet mysteries. Don't forget, our podcast is recorded on Tuesdays, or released on Mondays, so it can be a little confusing. Oh, and we have a Patreon if anyone is interested in supporting us.
Mike, stay on topic. 1 minute. That's all you gotta do.
Wait, what's a Patreon?
It's a platform where fans can support their favorite creators by making monthly donations. But enough about that. Get back to talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Jesus Christ, this is just a ripoff of last podcast on the left, isn't it?
Wait. What day is it again?
It's Tuesday, right?
No, it's actually Monday.
Wowie zowie. What a confusing day. But don't worry, we've got all the spooky stuff covered here on our show. All right, let's get back on track and talk about our main topic for the day, which is H.P. Lovecraft and the Legend of Cthulhu.
Wait, did we actually prepare for this episode, or are we just winging it here?
What do you mean? Of course we're prepared. I have some interesting facts about Lovecraft's life and the creation of the Cthulhu mythos.
Oh, great. Can't wait to hear it.
Speaking of preparation, I actually did some research on Lovecraft, and I found some interesting medical theories about his writing style.
Can somebody fill me in on what's going on? I'm still trying to fix my sound issues.
Basically, we're talking about Lovecraft, Cthulhu, and the impact they've had on popular culture.
And how about Dragon Ball Z? Did anyone prepare to talk about that?
Dragon Ball Z? Holy shit! Did anyone... That's a tangent if I ever fucking heard one.
Yeah, I threw that in there to throw everyone off. But let's not forget about the cryptids and internet horror mysteries that we were going to discuss.
Oh, this is gonna be a long episode.
Why don't we take a break? I'll drink some booze. It will help us relax and focus on the task at hand.
Can somebody please tell me what's going on? My sound still isn't working.
Don't worry, Matt. We'll just mention you in the show notes and say you are with us in spirit.
The hosts continue their discussion, diving into the various topics that they had planned and adding in some unexpected tangents. Despite their lack of preparation and technical difficulties, they managed to have a lively and entertaining conversation. And as always, Mike mentions the show's Patreon at the end of the episode.
Patreon.com/DeludedPod. It knows.
Oh my fucking god!
Shit!
Oh. So the next two, it basically gives up like halfway through and just becomes narration of what's going on.
So okay, how many more iterations do we
There's just
have?
the two.
Just two.
Two more
left?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have a shot poured?
No, I don't need any more fucking alcohol.
I'm taking a breather.
All right. Oh wait.
All right. So, boys, pretty good run so far.
So far,
I like the Dragon Ball Z talk. I like we're getting a lot of patrons. It's working. The podcast is working. Let's put out another episode. This
podcast is working.
Let's put out another episode this Moose Day. This Moose Day.
All right.
This
The
okay.
podcast is recorded on Tuesdays.
But today is Monday.
Shit.
It is, yes.
Shit.
For some reason.
For whatever
But it's
reason.
released on Mondays.
But
So let's do our next episode.
right.
Let's knock out this month. Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
you got this.
Cue the
You-
intro.
You got this.
So, on today's episode, we are going to dive into the world of H.P. Lovecraft and the mysterious creatures he wrote about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty excited to talk about this stuff. It's like way better than talking about how many times a day someone brushes their teeth.
I know, right? Let's start talking about Cthulhu. Can anyone tell us what Cthulhu is?
Hey, I just want to note that I'm talking over Discord. And I think that Cthulhu is like a giant sea monster or something.
Actually, Cthulhu is a fictional cosmic entity created by H.P. Lovecraft. It's depicted as a huge, tentacled creature with a humanoid body and is often considered to be a deity.
That's right, Jason. It's one of the great old ones, and it's worshipped by a cult of followers.
Wait. I thought it was just a sea monster.
Well, it's both a sea monster and a deity. It's a complex creature that's both worshipped and feared by those who know about it.
And that's what makes it so interesting. The mystery surrounding the idea that it could potentially exist in some other dimension or realm.
And that's what makes Lovecraft's writing so captivating. The idea that these monsters could be real and that we are just unaware of their existence.
Yeah, and it's not just Cthulhu. There are a ton of other creatures and entities in Lovecraft's work. They are just as creepy and mysterious. Let's talk about some of the other cryptids that he wrote about.
I'm not sure what I think about that.
Oh, don't worry, Matt. We'll stick to the facts and not get too deep into the actual horror.
But it's so much fun to dive into the unknown and the macabre.
Well, that's true, but let's make sure we stick to the facts and not let our imaginations run wild.
Agreed. So, let's get back on track and talk about the other cryptids in Lovecraft's work.
The hosts continue their discussion, diving into the world of H.P. Lovecraft and the mysteries surrounding his creatures and writing. Despite their lack of preparation, they manage to have a lively and informative discussion that keeps the audience engaged. As the podcast continues, Mike tries to steer the conversation back to the topic at hand, but Doug and Jason keep interrupting with jokes and personal anecdotes. Matt, who is still experiencing technical difficulties, tries to contribute to the conversation, but often gets cut off by static and lag. Despite their lack of preparation and distractions, the hosts manage to touch on some interesting facts about H.P. Lovecraft and his works, particularly Cthulhu mythos. They also discuss a few intriguing Reddit threads about internet horror mysteries and share their opinions on classic horror movies. Jason, who works as a medical professional, shares some fascinating insights into the anatomy of the human mouth and how it relates to some of the creatures described in Lovecraft's works. Mike chimes in with some jokes about how scary teeth can be, and Doug does an impression of a famous YouTuber, Chills, discussing the topic. As the episode comes to a close, Mike reminds listeners that they can support the show on their Patreon page. Matt finally resolves his technical issues and joins in with the final jokes and outro music. Despite the disjointed and chaotic nature of the episode, the hosts have a good time and hope their listeners have enjoyed the show. If that doesn't sum up Deludi, I don't know what to
Yo, what?
This is almost getting scary.
This is terrifying. This is just the algorithm.
You weren't kidding that I just gave up like halfway through and just decided I'm narrating.
It's just like,
all
fuck
right.
it.
Well, it pulled a fucking Deludi and said, "Fuck this, you figure it out."
The next
You
one's
imagine.
like
Yeah.
the same thing. All right, that's fine.
All right, boys.
Hey, are we compounding our you fucking figure outness?
Here's the thing.
I think we have time for one more episode.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I was about to say the last one was doing numbers. It got like 2 retweets. So
Okay,
let's
we got one more.
Let's get this
Hell
one going.
yeah.
We got
Same
one more.
topic.
We got one more.
Let's nail it. Ready?
Let's fucking do it.
We got
Intro.
Look under the internet. After dark. After dark.
Wowith, Zawith. This week on the show, we're diving into the deep, dark world of H.P. Lovecraft, cryptids, and all things spooky. But first, let's talk about our Patreon. We couldn't do this show without the support of our listeners.
I don't know why we bother. We never do any research for the show. I don't even know what topic we're supposed to be fucking talking about.
What do you mean? We're talking about all things spooky. Cthulhu, internet horror, mysteries, Dragon Ball Z.
Guys, I'm sorry, but I'm having some technical difficulties. Can you hold on for just a second?
No problem, Matt. In the meantime, let's talk about TMZ. Have you heard about this latest celebrity scandal?
Oh, come on, Mike. We're supposed to be talking about serious stuff here.
Yeah, can we please stick to the topic? Speaking of which, did I mention that I'm a medical professional? I've seen some pretty spooky stuff in my day.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. What did I miss?
Jason was just talking about his job as a medical professional.
Oh, cool. Speaking of jobs, did I tell you about the time I made an ARG?
Yes, Matt. You've mentioned about 10 times already. Can we please talk about something else?
I know. Let's talk about that sump pump that Mike has. That thing is a real piece of work.
Hey now, my sump pump is a classic. It's older than my computer.
And speaking of classics, have you guys tried beans? I love beans. They are so versatile.
Can we please not talk about conspiracy theories? It's not productive.
God, you're no fun, Matt. You know that? I was hoping to talk about my love for heavy metal music.
The hosts continue to bicker and argue, trying to steer the conversation back to the topic at hand. But it becomes clear that none of them have actually done any research. The show devolves into a comedic mess as the hosts struggle to keep their bearings and stay on topic. As the episode continues, Mike brings up H.P. Lovecraft and his famous horror story, The Call of Cthulhu. Doug, who was annoyed with Mike's lack of preparation, starts to bring up some interesting facts about the story, much to the surprise of the other hosts. Mike tries to change the subject to Dragon Ball Z and how it's related to H.P. Lovecraft, but Matt cuts him off and mentions a recent Reddit post that they found about a supposed cryptid sighting. They then go on to discuss the theory that cryptids might actually be related to some of the creatures mentioned in Lovecraft's stories. Mike interjects with wowie zowie, but Doug tells him to focus on the topic at hand. Jason starts playing with the soundboard, making spooky noises and adding to the creep factor of the conversation. Matt, who is still having technical difficulties, mentions how much they love horror movies and how they could make a great addition to the episode. In the end, the hosts realize that they didn't prepare for the show, and they end up having a great time discussing these different topics, even though some of the information may not be entirely accurate. Mike mentions the Patreon one last time before the episode ends, and the hosts make a joke about how much they love beans before signing off.
Wow. Thank you, ChatGPT.
This has been humbling to say the least.
At the very fucking least.
Jesus
Holy
fucking Christ.
shit.
My favorite thing is the subtle slight, even though some of the information may not be entirely accurate.
That's
They still had a good time and everything was fine.
And that is the essence of our show, I think.
I can't.
I think we can just end the podcast, honestly. I think this has just done it.
After that very, very, very direct correlation between what should be happening and what we are doing, sure, we can end it.
I truly can't believe that
I
not
just meant the
butter.
podcast as a whole. I don't think it gets better from here.
Oh, no.
This is it. This is our prime time.
No.
guys, I don't know about you, but if you guys want to hear us do more AI generated episodes like this, we will absolutely do it.
We will add a whole new tier.
We will just basically put whatever. Maybe we can have the people present the prompts to us.
That'd be great.
Hell yes. Oh my God, that should be
Holy
a Patreon
shit.
tier. Give us a prompt.
Yes.
That'd be
I
pretty
am
fun.
for that. Other people write our episode. That is horrifying, but also genius.
We'll have to do 5 to 7 different people an episode, but I think that's
talk-
pretty fucking funny.
Let's talk with the Patreon.
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
talk
We'll put the feelers out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But
I think this was a brilliant idea.
I think this was a success in
Yes.
my eyes. I think
Oh, God, yeah.
that
Like you
was
said,
really funny.
Very,
This was a triumph.
like you said,
Making a note here, chat.
very, very humbling.
Wow. Fucking
Portal.
It really
yes,
puts
fucking
into
Portal.
really puts into perspective how much I do be bringing up the Patreon. I kind of don't want to bring it up at the end of this episode.
I think
Hi, I'm Jason, and I'm a medical professional.
Dude,
But also, Doug, have you had this alcohol? Would you like some alcohol?
so many things have been
Yeah, you're a
brought to
persistent
light.
bastard according to ChatGPT.
Oh yeah, according to ChatGPT, I am a fucking substance pusher,
And apparently,
as
I'm just
well as a medical professional.
if you didn't know,
if you didn't know,
Who's doing cocaine on the side?
Can we talk about my ARG? I don't.
Yeah, you never bring it up, and the other thing's like,
Only-
hey, look at me.
oh my god, I've learned that I'm frustrated a lot and love beans.
but this is, oh my god, this was so much fucking fun.
You know,
love of God,
you know what else is fun?
beans.
Do not have sex with Hamlet.
You know what else is fun?
What?
Going to deludipod.com or deludy.com, where you can find our website
Everything,
and the links
all
to
of our episodes,
all of our shit.
embedded web player.
Yep. You can also go to linktree.com/deludipod. That is links on it as well. You can also go to patreon.com/deludipod. If
Where-
that was not obvious,
Where
you can give something,
or
nothing.
cool.
You could find us on social medias at deludipod or Don't Look Under the Internet. And you can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@deludipod. You can also go to buymeacoffee.com/deludipod, chuck in some
And-
money.
For this month,
Going to a fund for a listener.
Exclusive content on TikTok as well.
Yep, TikTok. We are on TikTok as well at DeludiePod. Or is it Don't Look on the Internet that we're on there?
It's Deludie. Don't look under the internet.
Okay.
it's don't under the don't internet.
Don't.
Deludie under the internet.
You can also go to our Google phone number, 630-909-9366. And you can leave us a text message and we'll respond. Or if you leave us a voicemail, we put it at the end of the
Oh,
show.
I threw up a little in my mouth.
Oh, you poor baby.
Barf.
As is Deludie fashion, I'm going to go tell you to kiss your dad. Go find a tooth out in the parking
I
lot.
should have included that. Next
You goofed. Go find a tooth out in the parking
Kiss your
lot.
dad. Damn it.
put that tooth in someone else's mouth. It might be like a raccoon tooth, so you just gave someone fangs. A good job.
Or rabies.
Jason, do you have anything you want to say to the people?
Yeah, I want to say
I'm a
please.
medical professional.
I am a
And I love heavy metal
professional.
music.
And I love heavy metal music. But also, fucking stay paranoid. Please, for the love of God. I hope you guys enjoyed this chaos of an episode. So good. But please, watch your medical health. Do not come see me. Or Doug, or Mike, I guess, or Matt.
Don't contact us in any way, shape, or form.
Just don't do it.
Leave it
Just don't.
Except through the Google phone number.
Except for the
is-
designated
Yeah.
channels.
Doug, do you have anything to say to the people?
Beans! For the love of God! Beans!
Hey, Matt. You got
Do you
anything
have
to say?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Okay. On a more serious note, I would definitely like to tell everyone that that they should drink sparkling water. And have I mentioned that lately that I made an ARG?
You haven't.
And
You want to expound on that?
hold on, Discord's doing something. I don't know.
He's all wiggity
Can
wompy.
I'm
you hear
having
me?
technical difficulties.
Hello?
Hello?
What are we talking about?
Hello?
No, we're talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay. Did you know that Dragon Ball Z is related to Cthulhu?
Goodbye, everybody. Have
Bye.
a day. We love
We
you.
love you. Thank you.
Fuck off.
Listen.
Do I hold it down?
Yep.
Don't look under the internet.